don't know why I'm getting nervous.
Because you're overthinking it. Look at me, you're
Yeah.
talking to me.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Sharad, you want to tell me about
Yeah.
what you're doing, who you are?
I'm Sharad. I'm doing my PhD in mathematics from Imperial College. Before my PhD, I was pursuing MSc in Applied Maths from the same university, Imperial College, London. Yeah. I started my MSc in around October 2017, and it was a one-year course.
And you're from India?
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Anupriya. I'm a final year PhD student at Imperial College London. I'm doing my PhD in transportation engineering, which is a part of civil engineering.
Hi, I'm Victor from Malaysia, 23 years old.
Yeah.
I'm currently studying mechanical engineering in Imperial College London.
I chose London because of my interest in transportation engineering. Basically, in India, the traffic problems and the transportation problems are well known to everyone. I don't need to talk much about that. So that was one of the encouraging things for me, like the thing to solve traffic related problems in India. I wanted to really contribute in that area. And London especially is one of those places where traffic conditions are kind of similar to India, because London has a very good public transportation system, and that is what India needs right now. So that's the biggest factor which led me to come to London. And the second thing was London is very open to everyone. That's well known to almost all international students who come over here. People are very welcoming, so yeah, that's why I chose London.
So back then when I applied for my universities, they were mostly based in London anyways. I chose London because it has a good mix of an international crowd as opposed to perhaps certain spots in the country where it's more of the local British community. So yeah, that's why I chose London.
Besides UK, I also applied to other countries. I got admitted to University of British Columbia in Canada and at Imperial College, so I had to make a wise choice. And I found Imperial standing out among other universities because it's in top 10 universities around the world. So, and also the research here was, I was a bit attracted to the research here. Because the professor allocated to me in Canada was not up to my interests, and I had no choice there. So I chose UK, and my uni is in London, so I chose London.
Yeah, definitely. We can experience a change in productive. In our productivity levels, we are I can feel that I'm not as much productive as I used to be when I was doing my research work at college.
With the lockdown, people don't get to move around, and honestly, I felt a little bored at some times. But it's quite okay. Didn't take long for me to adjust. Yeah, that's probably because I'm more of an indoor person. Before lockdown, my schedule was mostly around from 9 to 5 or 9 to 4, so it was really hectic on a day-to-day basis. But with the lockdown, everything's conducted online. Even our exams ended up being online. Still, it was held online instead of just being some coursework or simple class. So for me, it's kind of good for me because the 9 to 5 schedule is really taxing for me. So now I get to pace myself a bit better with the comfort of my own place. But it's also unfortunate because we have less contact time with the lecturers, so Q&A sessions are very, very limited. Yeah.
Well, it's a tricky question. It has affected. Initially, I thought it affected me a lot, but now as I'm seeing it, it's getting relaxed day by day. So I'm enjoying my life far better. When it started, I was stockpiling and ordering stuff online, getting more anxious because most of the things were going out of stock. And so I also had some skin problem, and but I was feeling anxious and nervous going out to a pharmacy because I was just so scared of the virus. But soon things changed, things got relaxed, and now I'm even going for cycling.
Yeah, you just recently started going out again.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm going for cycling for the last 5 days, which is far better than when I didn't go out in the 80 days. So I realized I'm getting more productive in my research in lockdown somehow.
That's
because there are no distractions. And somehow I managed to make a nice punctual routine every day. Like I have a proper time when I will study, when I'll play my piano and everything. But when you are at uni, there are so many people passing you by, and you start talking with them, going to library, and there are distractions. So in that sense, yes, my research has gone a bit faster.
You could say the exam was a little bit easier because we had our notes ready. So I mean, we could look up some simple equations in case we forgot. So there's less of the mental load of memorizing everything. But the way my department did it, they tried to shift the style of questioning to focus more on understanding the principles and the fundamentals. So even if you had access to notes, you would spend a lot of time to actually browse through everything if you want to look for the answers. So I think that's their way of dealing it. So it's both a little bit easier and harder. And yeah, this year around, the question papers are actually quite different from the past papers. You can't really compare them.
And lots of new dishes. So yeah, that was one thing I enjoyed doing during this lockdown.
Been Skyping a lot, and basically I picked up. I was making like very simple meals back then, but I tried my hand at some better recipes and stuff. But yeah, that's basically it.
This time, the additional skill that I got in piano is playing by ear, which I was struggling to get for the last 2 years. So for the last 2 years, I was just playing using sheet music. So sheet music was my limitation. If I don't have sheet music, I just can't play. But somehow, I don't know, all of a sudden, I just got this skill. I was just playing around with the keys, and now I can play a few songs in some scales just by figuring out with my ear. So yeah, it's amazing. I also ordered 2 new piano books.
That's amazing.
I plan to explore more of UK after my exams, but obviously all this plan couldn't work due to the lockdown. My next plan is probably like seeing when's the best time to get back home.
I had to go to Spain in April. I already have my Spain visa, which is expiring in July. I feel so bad about it because I spent money. I also had planned with City to travel. I also booked my hotels and everything. And also I plan to go to Africa in July again, to a new country. Last year I went to Ethiopia. So this year I decided to go Kenya, but yeah, I can't go because of this outbreak. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to go next year.
Hopefully, yeah, want to go to that continent. Yeah.
In the short term, like after I finish my PhD, I would like to stay in academia for some time, but definitely want to switch, like have my own transportation startup back in India, because I feel like there aren't many transportation startups as of now in India. So that is one area I can really contribute to. And being at Imperial, I'm learning like cutting edge technological skills, like especially in the field which I'm working on. So I would definitely want to like expand on that knowledge and contribute to my motherland using those skills.